Hello there. Thanks so much for hanging out again as we play more Final Fantasy XI. Yes, good afternoon. All right, so yesterday we started doing some questing around Windurst. Ran all over town, talked to NPCs left and right, and flagged a bunch of quests, but only turned in a handful. That's going to change tonight because tonight we're going to go outside of town. We're going to do some fighting. We're going to go ahead and gather materials and things of that nature. And we're actually going to turn quests in. The point of doing this is to build up fame in the city of Windurst. And that's what I want to do. Once that's finished, we're also going to go ahead and do the ranger quest. I'm going to unlock the ranger advanced job, and that's sort of the plan for this evening. So let's go ahead and get going. So the last thing I did last night was this hatter quest where I got the wind shear hat. We turned that in. All right, so let's go. Okay, we're going to go this way. So I'm going to warp to an entrance here. We're just going to head outside of town. A lot of the quest items that I have to collect are drops from mobs outside of the gate. And yeah, I'm going to do this at level 50, just because. My treasure hunter will make this go a lot faster. And I'm not doing it for EXP. I'm doing it strictly for wanting to raise fame in Windurst, or character reputation, whatever you want to call it. Let me get my speech to text going here so I can hear you guys if you leave me any messages. There we go. All right, so some of the things that I have to get are, want to get a stone. I think those drop from crawlers. A handful of various things for that one. I can't remember what all it is. Bird feather, mandragora bud. Oh yeah, and some mobs are going to drop the missing letters. All the mail that was lost. Alright, so just a little bit of everything. There were some insect wings that I needed. Mandragora parts. There was, I think, rabbit hides that I needed. So we're just going to go on a killing spree here. I should pretty much be... See, torn epistle, that's a piece of the mail quest. What kind of stuff can I get rid of here? We don't need this guy. We don't need these guys. Let me put some stuff in my house here. Was that full? Wow, that's finally full. All right, log wardrobe number 2 then. All right, little housekeeping there. So the plan is just to attack, just to farm materials. And just spend a little time chilling out and relaxing. It's kind of the plan. Yeah, I think I had to go to one of these ruins for a quest. I'll go through the list. But I'm gonna just do a bunch of killing for the time being. So the raw tail is actually a vegetable. It's not the tail of a raw, but I still don't know why this bee would have vegetables. I don't know why this bee would drop the raw tail. Doesn't make a lot of sense. Alright, good. We got an insect wing. I needed that. You know, that goblin mask, I think, I need for a quest later on, so we're going to hold on to that. There we go. Not real easy kills right now at this level. Which, the more kills I get, the faster the treasure hunter will build up, which means the faster that I'll get these items that I'm looking for. Yeah, that carrion crow, I need a bird feather. Now, as I find these weighted stones, not all of them, like just finding one isn't a necessary guarantee. You'll have to trade several in to the lady at the inn. Only the right weighted stone will work. Oh, a wild onion. Yeah, I needed some of those too for the Onion Knight quest. Okay. So yeah, I'm finding a lot of the stuff that I need, like, right here. But I'm going to have to do a little more inventory management, I think. What can I get rid of? Those. I love this zone so much. The music is relaxing. I think I might have even needed some silk thread too. I can't recall. Come on, stop running. Alright, there's some silk thread. I gotta find a few more goblins, try to get some onions. Alright, so there's a smooth stone. Now let me take an inventory of what I needed here. Rabbit hide, 2-leaf mandragora bud, an insect wing. So that is good to go. Beehive chips. 3 beehive chips. 3 silk threads. Animal glue. Okay. Oh yeah, and then I needed some Damel leather too for one of the quests. I don't think we'll do them all tonight. Come on. Alright, I seem to remember that there was a bunch of mail pieces that could drop, but I've only gotten the one. I've gotten a torn epistle, and that's it. Was that all there is? I could be mistaken. My memory's not the best, and I did a lot of this well over, well over 20 years ago. Still need some silk thread, so let's go back and find some crawlers. All right, let's take a look. Let's pull some of these up and see. Let's see. In a pickle. Excuse me. All right. Okay, smooth stones drop off crawlers. She may not accept the stone. Okay. Say it with flowers, I think, is the one where I had to go into the ruins. Let's see. Head to Taronga Canyon. Okay. Okay, so that's not one we're doing right now. Making headlines. Yes, that's the news articles. Glyph hanger. Clever name. West Saruta near the entrance to Windurst Waters. If I'm in West Saruta near the entrance to Windurst Waters, let's head there. We'll try to just knock out as many quests as possible. I think she might be in these tower ruins. Nice, got another onion. Getting some weird lighting glitches tonight. I wonder what's up with that. Alright, I think that's enough silk thread. Postman. That's the one I'm curious about. Because I seem to remember there being a bunch of pieces of mail. Yeah, okay. Torn Epistle, Savannah Rarib, in West Saruda. Okay, so I gotta go a little bit. I gotta go everywhere. Okay, so I have to go to the canyon. I have to go to East Saruda Baruda. Like, so Raribs have it in Tarongi Canyon. Okay, okay. And in East and West Saruda Baruda. I think one of these is the person I need to talk to. Oh, atrocious writing. I'm supposed to read such incomprehensible scribble. Alright, I have the note. Alright, so let's go to East Saruda Baruda, where we'll try to get some more of the mail pieces. Ugh. Alright, so looking for Rorebs and goblins. Might as well kill some crawlers while I'm at it. Once I get this piece of mail off this Rarib, I think we're going to run off to the canyon and try to get some of the other pieces. So, in reality, I could turn this quest in now And the only difference between collecting one piece versus 3 or 4 pieces is the gil reward that you get, which isn't very significant, honestly speaking, in the first place. But still, the completionist in me wants to, you know, max it out. Stop. Yeah, so we have more than enough silk thread now. Alright, which way do I want to go? We're going to go due south. There's another rabbit. Muddy bar tab. Alright, so that was the last piece of mail here. Let's head back to Windurst Woods. Let's turn some of this crap in to open up my inventory a little bit. Then we may pop off the canyon, because there's 2 things to do there. There's 2 other pieces of mail there, and then there's also the quest to get the cactus.
Sources Maestras. Said you looking a bit poor there, mate. At Sources Maestras. Said by the way you're muted.
Yes, thank you for letting me know. I appreciate it. I've sitting here talking for the last 10 minutes or so on mute because the dogs were barking. Appreciate you letting me know. Looking poor, you say, though. I've got about, what, almost 300,000 gil? Alright, so a lot of these quests turned in. I think we are now going to do the Ranger quest, where we watch the tiger die, and that's where I'm headed right now. Yeah, that's a bad habit. I will mute the mic whenever there's noise in the house, and then I forget to unmute it. Do I not have the book in the champagne? I guess maybe I don't. Not even sure what zone that would be considered. No, it's not that. No, I sure don't have it. Okay. we'll just walk there. I believe it's Lower Juneau, maybe? Let's see. Nope, Rolandberry Fields is Lower Juneau. You're nothing worse than just talking and no one can hear you. Battalion down. So it must be Port. This Port's got 2 exits, I believe. Quip'em and something else. Let's see. Yep, there it is. Now for me, just to remember where this cave is. That's going to be the tricky part.
At Crassus Kurasasu said hello.
Hey Crassus, how are you? Thanks for stopping in, buddy. Hope you're having a good day. Right, let's see. I think it's right here. If I remember right. So, I want to travel southeast. We'll go north of the Gosbet Mountains and then we'll hang south. So like I said, the trick to this quest is when you find this spot, when you find the tiger, you don't want to mess with it. You don't want to fight it. You don't want to interact. You just want to watch it. I guess the point of the quest is, you know, to be a ranger, you have to appreciate the circle of life, the cycle of nature, whatever you want to call it. So you just watch the tiger die a natural death and garner some kind of ecological appreciation from that, I guess. That's just sort of the moral of it. And so you do that, and then I said I was going to go north of the freaking mountains. Look at me. You do that, and then you unlock whatever it is inside you that you need to become a ranger. And ranger was the last advanced job that was added with you in the original game at release. Now summoner came later and is technically part of the base game, but I think summoner might not have actually come out until after the first expansion in Japan. It was already out in the US for us, but I think summoner came out after Rise of Xylart, but is still considered a job from the base game. Summoner is a hard job to unlock. You have to go around and collect these various gems, I think it is. I can't remember off the top of my head. Gemstones or crystals or something. It's a rainbow of them. You have to collect all of the different colored ones, and then you go. And I think they drop from leeches or something. I don't remember really. But I've got to go north a little bit. I have to get up on this plateau here. up on this mesa or whatever you want to call it. Yep, no. Gotta go all the way. And then just kind of follow this left wall down to the cave. Alright, I'm almost there, so let's go ahead and... Alright, so here we are at the tiger bones. I'm going to click the bones. And then it tricks you into thinking you have to fight this guy. But if you read the text leading up to this, you know that you just watched. Because if you look at his HP in the corner here, it's slowly ticking down. He is dying. He's an old tiger, and he's dying a natural death. And see, a player's first reaction might be to draw their weapons and attack this guy. We're just going to sit and watch. And he's almost there. He's halfway done. He's almost gone. Now we've got the old Tiger's Fang. And we can go back to Windurst and talk to the Chieftainess. And let me get my warp ring out of the house here. Unto you, our new ranger, I bestow the witness of the life and death of the great Fanged One. And so here we go. Ranger quest is complete. And I can now become a ranger. So, like I said earlier, that is all of the advanced jobs that were available when the game was first released in Japan. There's one more that is part of the basic game, and that's the summoner job. We may save that. Well, we're going to save it for another night, but I may save that for a time where I've got several hours, probably, because I think that's going to be a long... the quest is getting a little long in the tooth, so to speak. Very nice, though. And cleared out a handful of these Windurst quests. We didn't do all the ones that we opened up. I think the next time I stream, though, I'm going to go ahead and make sure this In a Pickle quest gets knocked out. But I'm going to stop right here next to this fella. because when I log in tomorrow, we're going to go. Actually, no, I'm not going to stop right here because I got to go to. I've got to go to my log house and get all my dial keys, don't I? So let's warp back to Sandy for that. Because there's some other stuff I want to do in Sandoria too. The July login campaign's underway, so I can also get my July trusts. Want to do that real quick before we go? I think that might be a fun thing to do. Let's do that real quick. Then I'll call it a night. Let's see what trusts are on the roster for the login campaign. All right, so I have 245 points. Let's see what's out there. These are the same ones from last time, right? Oh, it's still the June campaign. When does the July campaign start? Let me see how long this one runs. So if the date hasn't reset yet. June login campaign until July 8th. Okay, so we still have a little time on this one. Fair enough. But we're going to go ahead and pop into that log house. We'll collect our keys and we'll wait by the Gabi, and that's where I'll log out. Did I sell anything?
Et Sorce's Mistress said not out watching the fireworks tonight, mate?
So, where I live, the fireworks were last night at our local fair, and tonight's fair was actually called off because of bad weather. We had storms this evening, so no fireworks tonight. If there are any tomorrow, I'm definitely going to watch them, and there might be. So we'll see. But here in just a few, I'm going to log out, and I think the wife and I are going to pile up and watch some shows that we like.
Et Sorce's Mistress said fair enough, my town's fireworks are going off tonight.
Yeah, I heard ours all night last night. But I wouldn't be surprised if they don't do some more, so. I think that's all the keys that I have. I think so. All right, so let's make our way to the Gabi, and we'll go ahead and call it a night here. And that way when I log in tomorrow or the day after, just depending, we will... Yeah, see, Celestial Knights, these... I get sidetracked, but these plants, I have them in the Mog House on my main character from back in the day. And if they're obtainable still under the event, I'm definitely going to get them for this fella. But I don't know if I'll stream tomorrow night, just depending on what all's going on festivity-wise. But if not, the next day we log in, we're going to talk to Mistrix here, and we are going to go ahead and start opening dials and see what kind of goodies we can obtain. But again, that's it. Thanks so much, Sorceress, for hanging out with me, and Crassus and everybody else. Hope you guys have a good evening, and I'll see you in a day or two.